All right, so we just recovered from the plot twist of how Mordecai was honored. And at this point, Haman was pretty much belittled, if we want to say. So we're going to continue on in chapter 7 to find out what became of Haman when he reached the banquet, the second banquet, might I mention, that Esther prepared. Let's read on and find out. All right, chapter 7, verse 1. The king and Haman came to feast, and Esther the queen. Once again, on the second day while drinking, the king asked Esther, Queen Esther, whatever you ask will be given to you. Whatever you seek, even to half the kingdom, will be done. Ain't no other way to say, babe, I love you. You my queen. Baby, whatever you want, I got for you. Even if you want half of my kingdom, it's yours, baby. Because this is like his third time saying it, okay? Queen Esther answered, If I have found favor in your eyes, your majesty, and if the king is pleased, spare my life, this is my request. And spare my people, this is my desire. For my people and I have been sold to destruction, death, and extermination. That was challenge accepted. She's letting him know, look, this is what's going on, and I need your help. She said, if we had merely been sold as male and female slaves, I would have kept silent. Indeed, the trouble wouldn't be worth burdening the king. She's like, I wouldn't even bother you if it wasn't serious, but this is serious. So now King Ahasuerus spoke up and asked Queen Esther, who is this? And where is the one who would devise such a scheme? He's sitting at the table with y'all. But anyways, let's keep reading. Esther answered, the adversary and enemy is this evil Haman. Haman stood terrified before the king and queen. The king arose in anger and went from where they were drinking wine to the palace garden. So now he's just like, who trying to kill Bae and her family? And she's like, the evil Haman. Now you imagine he got up from the table and they say he walked to the garden. He was trying to calm down. Like, if I'm finna walk to a garden, baby, I'm trying to calm down because I'm trying to figure out how not to hurt you. Okay? So he's trying to calm down. So listen. Haman remained to beg Queen Esther for his life because he realized the king was planning something terrible for him. Just as the king returned from the palace garden to the banquet hall, Haman was falling on the couch where Esther was reclining. The king explained, would he actually violate the queen while I'm in the house? As soon as the statement left the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. Lord, Lord, Lord. Is this the downfall? Verse 9. Harbona, one of the king's eunuchs, said, there's a gallows 75 feet tall at Haman's house that he made for Mordecai, who gave the report that saved the king. The king said, hang him on it. They hanged Haman on the gallows he had prepared for Mordecai. Then the king's anger subsided. Would you believe that the very gallows he built to kill Mordecai was the same one that he got hung on? So you gotta have faith out here, guys. Sometimes people are out there to destroy you, your character, tarnish you, make you look like a bad person. Just know in this life that the gallows people are building to hang you on, they themselves will be hung on. So never get discouraged. Never lose faith in Christ. Never lose faith in God when people are out there tarnishing your character, tarnishing your name, making you look like a horrible person, even wanting your life, wanting you gone, wanting you out of this world. That same hole they're digging will be for them to fall in. Do realize that in this story. Do realize that. It's so serious and it's so real. Would you believe? He allowed his friends his friends and his wife to encourage him to build this gallows. And he was ready to hang Mordecai on it. And in that same moment, it was now time for him to get hung on what he created to kill somebody else. If that ain't a good lesson in this story, I don't know what it is. But we need to keep reading to find out what happens, because that's pretty serious.